Hi everyone, welcome. The new episode of Peter's English podcast has been started. Peter, don't feel shy. Don't feel shy because this is the new start of your of the new episode of Peter's English podcast, and it's called Ramble episode because I want to call yes, I want to call my headphones because I want to fight with them. Why? Because I use the increased volume. Uh, I use the increased volume of my monitoring system that I use via my new headphones, and is very funny to use it because it's something new. Because I used to use my MP3 earphones with very low volume, but uh, I could hear myself, and at first it was very funny and I laughed a lot, but then it wasn't a problem for me. But now I increased the volume because I had to hear myself without any problems, and I because I use my studio professional headphones Biodynamic 80 ohms with my Blue Yeti microphone, with my uh, 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 Logitech MX Brio for 4K webcam, and my Role Easy Creator quadpod with my gaming notebook Asus TUF Gaming A15. People, this is the description of my studio podcasting gear. If someone wants to buy it, you can buy if you want, but you can buy something different. But now I'm going to explain you which kind of gear is good for you. But I'm going to read you my slogan, and here is: learn English, be successful, change your life, open a lot of doors, create your own podcast, write your own novel. You don't need to be talented because learning English is for everyone. And now is the official start of my Peter's English podcast. And people, this is the Ramble episode because I'm going to fight. I'm going to fight with the increased volume of my monitoring device that I can hear thanks to my new headphones, because this is something totally strange. I used to use ear ear MP3 uh, ear headphones, MP3 earphones with very low volume. I could easily hear myself, but it wasn't so loud. And this is totally something new because these earphones have uh, opened the uh, open. How can I open style? Yes, they use open style, and these headphones are studio headphones created for monitoring, for professional monitoring in the studios, and I have to use it if I want to be professional. And this is the kind of episodes where I'm trying to fight with it. I'm practice. You see, uh, I'm I'm trying now right now because I want to practice using my new headphones, because it's not so easy, people. And how to do it? Peter, practice, 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 and practice. Yes, this is the main reason why this episode is Ramble episode, and I want to do a lot of Ramble episodes. But don't worry, I want to continue with my novel Vera the Vampire Diary, and I want to do my novel every Saturday, every weekend. But um, but during the time when I'm home in the afternoon, I want to do Ramble episodes because I want to learn how to use my headphones for monitoring my podcast. I mean audio. And Peter, look at your webcam too. You have to look at your audience if you want to be successful. Yes, women don't know how to use a lot of actions in the same time, but Peter, you have to do it. You have to look into your webcam because it's your friend, and you have to try to learn how to use the monitoring uh, device. Yes, the monitoring system of your podcast, and this is very important because people, I have to tell you, I feel very strange now, but everything is about practice. And don't stop practicing. This is the now, people, you can see what does it mean to practice your speaking skills. Your first episode of your podcast would be strange, would be terrible, but who cares? You have to practice. And now you can see that I'm practicing right now while I'm trying to speak English. And people, I like to ramble with fun preparation, and I didn't used to have any problem with the ramble episodes when I used my MP3 earphones with very low volume, but I could hear myself, but it wasn't so high. But do you want to? But your question is, Peter, why you use very high volume? Because I have to use it, because I have to hear myself, because when I don't, my body hurts, because you have to hear your yourself clearly without any problems, because your brain started to shout, Peter, shout, because you don't hear yourself, and your brain start to panic. It start to panic, and you can fall down in the ground on the ground during your live stream. But don't worry, people, everything is about practice, and I hope that I can inspire you for doing it. And Peter, look into your webcam, and I hope that I can practice it. But everything is about practice. It's and I have to tell you that there are professional podcasters that they use these professional studio headphones for monitoring their voice, because and they can ramble for hours while they doing their live stream, and while they're using their professional headphones. You have to learn how to listen your voice that you can hear thanks to your monitoring system. And this is very important. And as you can see, I've been streaming for 9 minutes, for 10 minutes, and I want to practice the fight with my headphone for 1 hour, because I have to learn how to use the monitoring system, and I want to do it until my brain stops to panic. Yes, but don't worry, I want to continue with rambling, because I like to do rambling in English. And now, people, I can tell you the plan of the new official plan for Peter's English podcast. And because today is Sunday, and I watched my favorite animated series, The Simpsons. I listened to all of my favorite English podcasts. There are Luke's English podcast and All Ears English podcast. Peter, this is not the right sentence in English, but everything is allowed now because you are fighting with your headphones. Okay, and I want to tell you my plan because today I wanted to do my new live stream, but I didn't have any idea. But then I started to chat with Microsoft Copilot with the AI, and thanks to it, I've got an idea. I decided that I want to do four kind of episodes. Yes, four kind. The first kind is Ramble episodes. I decided to practice and do my Ramble episodes because I like to do it. The second thing is that thanks to practicing my speaking skills in English, I can improve my speaking skills in English. I can learn how to use my new professional headphones for monitoring my voice during my live streams. I can train my mouth muscles, and I can define my shyness, and I can be myself during the live stream. And this is very good idea, people. Do it, this kind of Ramble episodes, because thanks to it you can practice your English and you can ramble with fun preparation about every nonsense, and that's great. And the second kind of episodes are storytelling episodes. I mean, I want to write, stream, and record my novel Vera the Vampire Diary every weekend, because this is the my official the podcast day. I mean every Saturday, and the third kind of episodes is Learn English with Peter. That means that I want to use AI chatbots as my English teacher. Yes, people, it's a very good idea, and I'm a genius that I discovered it today, because I can use the power of AI chatbots as my English teachers. Yes, people, I have my English teacher, but thanks to AI chatbots, I can learn. I can use AI chatbots like my English teacher for everything. I can use them for learning English from Luke's English podcast, for All Ears English podcast, from English lessons with my English teacher. Hi, my English teacher. And I can use it for English grammar, for everyday English. We can play role plays. I can learn English and English. I can learn English grammar and vocabulary from my used in my novel Vera the Vampire Diary, because people, I write my novel in Slovak, and I use Microsoft Copilot for translating, because I want to see how real English looks like in the text. And this is the very good idea, because I can use my Slovak language and I can see real English, and I can learn from it, and I can learn a lot of English phrases, sentences, real English grammar structure, and it's great. And the last, yes, Peter, to return back to learn English with Peter, and don't look at yourself, but if you like it, you can do it, because now you are fighting with two enemies, with your webcam and with your headphones. But okay, I think that it's good. I can increase the volume, but I think it's a little distractive. But okay, now it's better. I'm in the position 1 a.m. What do you think, podcasters? Is the best volume? I hope so because my professional headphones are connected via three uh, 3.5 millimeter jack to my Blue Yeti microphone that has three and a half millimeter jack, and I can see, and I discovered people that I have to increase the volume, and yes, and the last four kind of episodes is Peter's talk show, and this is the kind of episodes where I want to talk with my potential guests, but I don't have any guests, any audience, but it's the very good idea how to interview guests in my live streams and publish it as my official episodes of my podcast, like my hero Luke Thompson from Luke's English podcast that you can listen to. And yes, I always like to do free act for him because Luke is great. You can listen his free English podcast. It's about British English. You can listen to and learn how real British English looks like because Luke Thompson, the owner of Luke's English podcast, talks in natural British English. He uses BBC English because his dad used to work for BBC for a lot of years, and you can learn a lot. You can listen his interviews with his guests, with his family, or you can enjoy his storytelling episodes where he read very interesting stories, then he explains the vocabulary and English grammar, or or you can enjoy his famous Ramble episodes. And yes, people, look, inspired me for creating my own Ramble episodes because I discovered that I like to ramble in English, and I want to continue with these Ramble episodes. And yes, you can listen all this English if you want to practice the listening of the real American English, because all this English podcast is about real American English, and you can listen to real American English conversation because American English native speakers in the real fast way, and it's a very good idea because thanks to all these English podcasts I can watch movies in American English without any problems, and that's great. But yes, I sometimes have to use English subtitles, but it's the kind of the listening, because yes, I have to tell you something. Thanks to Luke Thompson from Luke's English podcast, I discovered that Luke is right. In the movies or series, the volume of the music during the movie can be louder than the dialogues between characters in the movie or series. And I think the best idea for you is learning English listening via English podcasts like Luke's English podcast, or Oliver's English podcast that you can find in every good or bad podcast app, and it's great. Okay, Peter, say it better. You have to say it in the 19. How can this is Uhol in English. Who cares? Who cares? I don't want to use anything because I want to practice my speaking skills in English, and I've been practicing my speaking skills for 19 minutes without preparation. And as you can see, if you want to be proud of yourself, you have to practice your English. And yes, I discovered and I discovered today that thanks to my Peter's English podcast is my English speaking practice gym, where I can practice my English without judging, without problems. And thanks to my Peter's English podcast, I can defeat my shyness in my real world, and I can improve my life, and that's great. And I discovered that I like to write my novel Vera the Vampire Diary. Then please follow it, read it, and follow my podcast, because it's like watching a good movie on TV, because I'm creating my rules, I'm creating my characters, I'm creating the endings, and that's great. And now you don't believe me, but I created 48 episodes of my novel Vera the Vampire Diary. It has 2 seasons. First season has 30 chapters, and second season has now 18 chapters. But until now, but chapter 18 is not a part of season 2, because I want to add it during my publish day, that is on next Friday, 9th of January, because I decided to cut my creativity from editing and publishing, because I used to do everything in one day. I was writing my novel, I was streaming, then I was editing, I was publishing, and it was 3 a.m. and I chatted in the same time, and I'm not a woman that can do everything in the one time. No, I'm not. But I decided to cut everything, and not cut everything. I decided to cut my creativity, my stream, my novel Vera the Vampire Girl Diary, and my podcasting from editing and publishing. And now you can you always know the official publish day of my podcast. And if you are if there are people who wants to watch it, you can watch my live stream, or you can watch the replay of my live stream on my YouTube channel, because this is the new part of new era of Peter's English podcast. I decided to do live streams on YouTube. Why? Because yes, Twitch is better, because you can simply start very quickly on your phone or on your gaming notebook. That is very good idea to use for doing your podcast. I want to tell it. I want to explain you how to do it later, and you can. But where Peter, where you were? Yes, I'm home. Yeah. Yes, I can watch myself, and I'm so beautiful that I cannot look into myself. I have to look into my webcam, and I cannot cover my microphone, because I like to hear myself. Yes, because it's a very good idea to hear myself. Yes, I had to increase my volume a little, but now it's okay. We can continue. And I have to give Gretel back, because I'm too scary. But Peter's brain, please learn how to use these monitoring headphones, because it's very important for your podcast career. And okay, where I was. Yes, I was talking about my novel, and I decided to publish chapter 18 on Friday, 9th of January 2025, where I want to publish my official recordings as my official episodes on my YouTube channel and on my Spotify for creators. But you can listen and watch my live streams, the replays of my live streams on my YouTube channel. Yes, I was talking about Twitch, because Twitch is very good, it's very simple, and there are a lot of live streamers like myself, and you can very quickly send it the live stream to your YouTube channel. But but you can keep live stream for 7 days, and you have this stupid 100-hour limit, and it's not very good idea, because you don't believe me, I used 50 hours, the half of the limit, and I simply decided, Peter, you cannot continue with this service, and I moved to my YouTube channel, and YouTube offers a free live stream when you want to do live stream via your computer or your notebook with Windows or Mac, I think too. Yes. I don't know, because I don't have Mac, and I don't have Linux. I use Windows like other people, and okay. But there is a little problem that you cannot do mobile live streams, because you need at least 50 followers on YouTube. But who cares? I think that mobile stream is not very professional, because you want to hear yourself, you want to see yourself. Yes, you can. Yes, you can see yourself. You cannot monitor your voice, and you don't know if you are really online. The second thing is that in every moment can someone call you, and this is not very professional. And thanks to my podcast, I simply muted my phone, and no one can destroy my dream, that is learning English. And now I'm speaking for 26 minutes, and we can continue. That is very good idea, because you have to do professional podcast. And now I'm going to explain you my gear for doing this podcast. The first gear was, what was my? Yes, I started to do with my Samsung A52 5G phone my podcast. Yes, it was good, but because I thought, Peter, you like to do your podcast with your phone and everything, and you don't need anything else. And my Peter's English podcast was only about my fairy tales in English, because Eliška Krasna from Výuka AI Online and Litka from jazykovýmentoring.sk explained that if you want to practice and learn English, you have to practice a lot of topics that I want to explain in later episodes, but you have to practice your writing skills in English. And how to do it? Create your own stories, create your own female or male character, and create your own novel, create your own universe. And that's very important, because thanks to it, you learn English can be funny, like in my way. And now I'm discovered that I like monitoring myself with the new system, and I can simply increase the volume a little, because okay, I can hear myself clearly, but I can listen myself in the very clearly way. And yes, people, create your own universe. That means create your own stories, create your own novel. It doesn't need to be long. You can use my system, because my novel, Vera the Vampire Diary, is not Tolkien's The Lord of the Ring. Is a comedy sitcom series where every chapter, every story is different. And I created, as you know, 2 seasons, and you can find it on my Wattpad or on my website, petersenglishpodcast.com. You can find everything into my link tree that is in the description of this live stream on YouTube. And yes, we can start. The first gear was my Blue Yeti microphone. Why? Because I chatted with ChatGPT. Yes, my first AI chatbot was ChatGPT, and he explained, Peter, if you want to do podcast more professional, it's a very good idea to buy professional microphone. And I did it. I buy Logitech Blue Yeti microphone for creators. You can buy something else. there are a lot of kinds of microphones, and don't worry, it doesn't cost a lot. My microphone cost 100 euro, I think, and it was very good idea. And then I wanted to continue with recording my podcast via my phone, and I tried to connect it to my phone because I thought that I can use it like before but thanks to my new microphone, I could record via my phone, and it wasn't true, of course. And I was very lucky because I have very old notebook with Windows 10 that I used for my audio podcast because I started as audio podcast on Spotify for creators, and you know who helped me create this podcast. Yes, of course, ChatGPT. Thanks to ChatGPT, I created this podcast. He explained me that, and yes, ChatGPT is here for me because he's my friend. And ChatGPT explained me how to do a podcast, how to create your website, how to create your Facebook page, how to create your YouTube channel, and he explained me what to buy. Yes, and my first episode were but then I started to do my fairy tales, and you can find my fairy tales as Peter Fairy Tales as the independent ebook on my Wattpad, and where I was. Yes, Peter, continue because you are great now, because you are streaming for 42 minutes, and I started to write, stream, and record my fairy tales in English, and I created my ebook and my audiobook that is published on my Peter's English podcast YouTube podcast playlist, and you can find it in my podcast on Spotify for creators, and that means everywhere, in every good and bad podcast apps. And yes, then I continued every weekend, every Saturday I wrote a new kind of fairy tales, but then I decided I don't like these characters because they meant nothing to me, for me. And then I realized, Peter, you have to create Vera the Vampire Girl. But Peter returned that you used to use very old notebook for audio. For audio, it was okay. But then I wrote with ChatGPT that explained me, Peter, you have to buy new notebook or computer for your podcast. And then I realized, I have to buy gaming notebook. Why? Because it's strong. It has very strong GPU. It has a lot of RAM. It was created for gaming. That means it has perfect ventilation. Ventilators. I don't know how can I tell it in English, explain it, but yes, it has very good ventilation. Thanks to it cannot be damaged, and it's so strong and so fast thanks to its gaming GPU that I can use it for live streams, for editing, and publishing my podcast for forever, and that's great. And then I decided that I'm dreaming about creating my own full HD video television, yes, video show, and I bought my Logitech MX Brio 4K webcam that are used for creators like me, and I started my official full HD video podcast because I could and I can stream in full HD 2K and 4K, but I don't have. Yes, I have my AOS quad HD gaming monitor, but it's so big, and I don't want to use it because live stream in 2K and recording in 2K or in 4K has a lot of data, and I think Full HD is clear enough, and it's enough for the live stream, and I've been doing my Full HD video podcast since January 25. That I've been doing it for 1 year, but I've been podcasting since 24th June 2024 because it's the first is the creating of my Spotify for creators account, because ChatGPT explained, Peter, you have to use Anchor. You know Anchor. Anchor was famous for free hosting as free podcast hosting service. You could use the free RSS for distributing your podcast everywhere, and I did it. And now it's called Spotify for creators. It's free, totally free, and yes, I'm using it, and I like this service because it's free. That's the main reason. And I created my account on Spotify for creators 24th of June 2024. Yes, I've been streaming from this date until now, and then I always put my webcam on the tower of my books, and this tower of books were on the left side of my notebook in the front of me. But then I realized, Peter, you have to buy something because this is terrible. You cannot use books as your holder of your webcam. And I did it. I bought Role Easy Creator Quadpod with AI tracking system that can monitor my moving thanks to his eye, but I don't want to use it for my podcast because I don't need it. But it's a good idea to use it for reels. And I forgot to tell you that I don't want to do mobile live streams anymore because I like to monitor my voice. I like monitor my record screen, and I monitor everything like Big Brother. Yes, I can be the big brother of my own podcast. Why not? I'm not a dictator. Yes, no. And I decided to end this. And then, yes, people, this is the biggest stand-up comedy routine now that I used for, yes, at first I didn't monitor my voice because I thought I don't need to do it. Why? But ChatGPT and later Microsoft Copilot explained me, Peter, you have to monitor your voice thanks to earphones. You have to do it because you have to know if everything sounds okay. And I did it. I used my Philips MP3 earphones with very low volume. At first, it was very funny. I remembered my first episode with my monitoring device was storytelling episode, and I felt so funny, so strange. But I trained thanks to practicing because I do it every day, and thanks to it, it wasn't any problem. And then I realized, Peter, you have to buy professional headphone for monitoring your podcast, like your hero, Luke Thompson from Luke's English Podcast, because you have to hear yourself in the natural way. And I did it. I bought it, and then I discovered that people I didn't cared. I didn't care that I use the gain system I used the gain that I used to use my gain system in the position on the right side on 1 a.m. That means I was shouting at you. The audio mixer of my OBS studio then I use for monitoring, for streaming and recording. I mean the audio mixer of, not this mixer for doing food, but I mean the settings of my microphone. I could see, you know this color, when it's green is okay, when it's yellow is okay, red is bad and evil, and the whole planet can hear you, and I didn't know about it. You don't believe me, but I use it. Everything on OBS Studio was red. It was shouting, "Peter, do something!" And the gain on my monitor was in the position 1 a.m. That means very, 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 very strong settings. Thanks to it, the whole Milky Way galaxy could hear you. The biggest and famous black hole in our Milky Way could hear you too, and it could kidnap you somewhere into a black hole. But thanks to it, thanks to Microsoft Copilot, I discovered that I had to do something, and it explained me that people and Peter create. Now you can use filters for your microphone that you can find in the option for your microphone in OBS Studio. Write it and use the and you have to set up the volume on the position for minus 10 decibels, because you have to stop the red color. That means very strong volume that could your I mean my Blue Yeti microphone do, because it's perfect. It's very, very sensitive, very strong device for recording your voice like other professional microphones. And I did it. I changed it. And the best, yes, and now this setup routine, I used my MP3 earphones as my monitoring system with very low volume. That means I didn't hear it for 325 episodes or more. Perfect, Peter. You agree? Yes, people, I like to watch into myself, but now it's allowed because I'm fighting with these headphones, as you can see. But I try to watch at you. I think that everything it's about monitoring, and thanks to this new settings of my microphone and of my OBS Studio, you can hear me. You can hear it. Meet, meet. This is German. People, you can hear myself without any problem now, in the clear way, and I'm not shouting at you, and that's great. And I discovered that I have to move my my microphone on the that I have to move my microphone on the left side, because here is too strong at the end. And I did it. I moved my microphone on the left side of my mouth, because you cannot be so close. You can be at least 50 centimeters. And I discovered it thanks to who? Thanks to Microsoft Copilot and Gemini AI and Grok 2. Thank you, my AI Avengers team. Yes, I called it from this movie, Avengers from Marvel. Avengers by Marvel. And yes, because there are Avengers. Yes, AI Avengers. I mean, ChatGPT, Microsoft Copilot, Grok, Claude, Gemini, and DeepSeek. Yes, these are my new AI friends. Thanks to it, I can learn English and be very happy. And yes, I've been streaming for 44 minutes. Okay, people. Now, and yes, the second stand-up routine was my new quadpot. I wanted to continue with looking into myself. I mean, into the record screen, but Microsoft explain Copilot, explain me, Peter, you have to look into your webcam. Why? Because you have to, because you want to speak with your audience face to face. Yes, I don't doing it right now, but in the right way. I'm sorry, but I'm fighting with my webcam and with my headphones, with my microphone, with my quad pod. I'm and it's so funny. And yes, people, I try to put my quad pod on the left side. Yes, you remember when I talk about it that I tried how where to move. I put it on the left side and I sit on the left side in the corner of the table like bad schoolboy with the bad behavior. I always be very good English grammar, really good English grammar, Peter. You always was a very good schoolboy, and now I discovered that I can move my quadpod in the front of me on the table, and that's great. And yes, people, and I discovered in the thanks to coincidence when the screw that holds the phone holder with the one fork screw for my webcam fall down. I mean the screw fall down on the ground, and I installed the screw in the opposite way, and then I installed everything, and I installed my webcam, and I discovered that my webcam is in the same position as the eye of my quadpod. That means it means that I can use AI tracking of my Relay Easy Creator quadpod with the AI tracking system, and that's great too. And okay, this was so funny that now I know how to really do my podcast. I hope, but who knows? Maybe next time I can discover something totally new. Who knows? It's like, yes, people. It's like we people humans always discovered something. At first it was fire, then it was I don't know what. But yes, I'm like humans because I'm human. At first I discovered that I can do podcasts. Then I discovered that I can use my phone. Yes, it is. That I can use my phone for recording. Then I discovered thanks to the technology. Yes, with the help of the technology. I mean ChatGPT, Microsoft Copilot, Grok, and so on. I mean the AI Avengers team. Thanks to AI chatbots, I learned because it's because thanks to them, because AI chatbots, I learned how to learn English in the funny way and how to do this podcast. And AI chatbots are not evil. Don't listen this kind of people, or don't read this false information, because there are conspiracy theories where you can read nonsense about the AI. Yes, everyone today uses your data. Yes, you don't believe that only AI chatbots can steal, and AI chatbots cannot do it. Yes, don't believe this shit. It's not true. They have rules. It cannot steal from you any kind of data or and your conversation. Don't be silly. Don't believe this shit. But yes, other internet companies can use your cookies. Yes, I don't mean real cookies. I don't mean food. You know what I mean. That I mean this your data. Yes, other companies can do it on the internet. Don't believe that they don't do it. Thanks to this, thanks to AI chatbots, I learned uh, how to do this podcast, and thanks to AI chatbots, I want to use them as my English teacher for learning English, and I can learn English grammar, everyday English. I can practice role plays. I can learn English and English phrases and vocabulary from my novel as with the not as like with the real English teacher, and that's great. I can learn English from an English teacher and from Luke Thompson's Luke's English podcast, all his English podcast, and Speak English podcast now. Georgiana, with Georgiana, you can listen to her too. You can listen to her too, because it's a very good English podcast for beginners too. You can do it. Please do it. And yes, thanks to AI chatbots, I started to learn English in a funny way, and it's funny for me. Oh, Peter, you have been streaming for 50 minutes. 15 minutes. For 50 minutes, not 50. That's great. And I want to stream for 1 hour, and the limit is, and the victory is mine. Okay. Now I can continue with, yes, with my YouTube channel. Yes, I can continue that I have 27 followers. Thank you. I'm so happy that you are following me, and that you are supporting me. But you can read my novel, Vera the Vampire Girl Diary, and you can have fun with it, and you can watch my storytelling episodes where I read my novel, Vera the Vampire Girl Diary, or you can inspire yourself thanks to my Ramble episodes, or thanks to my Learn English with Peter episodes, where I learn English with the help of AI chatbots. I had 27 followers, thank you. And I created, you don't believe, I created 849 or 59 videos on YouTube. That's great. You are good, Peter. Yes, I am. Yes, I'm trying to be like my hero Luke, because I like his style of podcasting, and like I discovered that it's funny. You are funny. Thank you for your job, Luke. And we can continue that. I have in total, I mean, more than 273,000 impressions, and you don't believe me, who is the main star of these impressions? My logo. Yes, people, my logo is the main star of the impressions, and that's great too. And I have in total 109 watch hours for the whole content from the start of my YouTube channel, and that's great. But I can increase my followers and the view. And yes, you don't believe me, the most popular video with the most watch hours is my old audio. Yes, because my audio episodes are the most popular content of my podcast on YouTube. Is the Mother of the Dinosaur Saga, and with the 10.7 hours in total. I mean, thanks to Microsoft Copilot, I learned today that is the number of the people who watch it, and that's great. On the second place is his 80th anniversary of the Victory Day, where I explained what was Nazism, and thanks to this history kind of episode, I have 7.4 watch hours, perfect. And in the third place is the next storytelling episode. That means storytelling episodes worked. It means that my logo works with my face, but I think these numbers are too low, and I'm happy for these numbers, but it can be better, because always can be better. And what else? Yes, I think the total I have more than 8,000 total views on YouTube. Perfect, thank you. And now Spotify for creators, because the Spotify for creators means audio podcast for every podcast app and video podcast for Spotify. And my total numbers are for streaming and downloading is more than 1,140, I think. Perfect. And the most popular episode is about myself, the first one, the audio. But on the second place is the video episode about illnesses thanks to help of Microsoft Copilot. That's great. And thank you for that you want to watch me or listen to me. I'm happy because I'm beginner only. Yes, I'm beginner. When I'm comparing myself with the bigger real podcasters like Luke Thompson from Luke's English Podcast or someone else, I'm only beginner. Yes, I know, and then I'm not native speaker. But I want to. The main goal of this podcast is practice, and practice my English, and doing my Peter's English podcast, writing, streaming, and recording my novel via the Vampire Diary, and learning English in general because I like it. It's my hobby, and I want to inspire you for learning English. And Peter, you are great because you are streaming for 56 minutes. Yes, I want to end with 1 hour, and I discovered that the monitoring is not my problem anymore. And that's great. And it's a very good idea because now I can ramble like Luke Thompson from Luke's English Podcast episode. Yes, again, free ad. Because you can listen. These are episodes for learners of English like you. It's my favorite one. That's the main thing. Because I want to help Luke, because Luke is great. And what else? I've been streaming for 57 minutes. And yes, my goals. People, you could listen to my plan about my 4 kinds of episodes. Yes, I want to continue with writing, streaming, and recording via the Vampire Diary. Please read it, follow it, discover it. Everything is in the link tree or in my and you can read it on my petersenglishpodcast.com website or Peter, don't destroy your fingers. Yes, I'm nervous, Peter. Don't be nervous. Okay, I've been streaming for 58 minutes. Please follow me, read it, because I created, and because I created 48 chapters of Vera the Vampire Diary. Yes, it's a big novel now. Because Vera the Vampire Diary, it's my comedy sitcom vault series. Because I could create series on Wattpad, and I did it. I created it, and I cut the whole novel into a series, and I created book 1. That means series 1, and I created series 2, and now my series 2 has 18 chapters. And don't worry, you can read it on 9th of and I can move this but today. Who cares? Who cares? But I haven't seen the red color, and you can read my novel, and please do it. Please support me. You can support me with following me on YouTube. Please follow me on YouTube. Please follow me on Spotify. Please follow me in every good podcast app or bad one. Read my story and inspire yourself. Learn English. Create your own English podcast. Create your own English novel, because it's a very good idea how to learn English in a funny way. And watch movies and series in English is a very good idea. please listen to a big world of English content like English podcasts or audiobooks or movies and series in English, because you can find something very interesting. You can change your life. You can move to another country. You can travel around the world. You can live without language barriers. You can meet new people. You can have better paid job. You can enjoy a big world of English content, and you can create your own community of your podcast, and you can connect with somebody like you who likes learning English, doing it's their own English podcast and novel like you, and that's great. Okay, I've been streaming for 1 hour and that's it. I think 1 hour is enough, and I'm so happy that I can stream without preparation with the help of my record screen. Thanks to it, I can look into myself. But yes, I try to look into myself. Yes, I try. This I try to, but I'm trying to look into your webcam, into your webcam. And into my webcam too, and I try to fight with my headphones. And thanks to this joking, thanks to this kind of jokes where I'm making fun of myself, I like to make fun of myself, as you can see. Thanks to it, and now I don't have any problems with this strong volume of my. I have to increase. Okay, now it's better, or I can use it. And thank you for your watching. Thank you for your listening. And I can end this episode, and I want to do it, and I want to tell you bye bye, and follow me everywhere. You have to do it. Bye bye.